Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today my team and I would like to present about cardiac hypertrophy. Before we proceed, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Nurul Iza Shahira binti Ibrahim.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Ni'inu Shabika Nabila binti Muhammad Azam. I'm from class SR1133B2.
Assalamualaikum and hi guys, my name is Aina Maisara binti Mabuk and I am from SR1133B2.
What is cardiac hypertrophy? Cardiac hypertrophy is enlargement of heart muscle, or it also can be called as an athlete's heart. What is hypertrophy? It's mean enlargement, thickening, growth, or the increasing of the size. Basically, we also can use it for muscle hypertrophy, but this topic we focus on the growth of muscle heart. Cardiac hypertrophy is where the wall and the chambers of the heart are able to undergo muscle hypertrophy as a result of increased physiological demands. So let's see the difference between these two hearts. Can you see the difference? One is a normal heart while another one is left vertical hypertrophy, means the enlargement of the heart muscle in the left chamber. So why this happen? Exercise involve the thickening of left vertical wall due to the increased cardiac output, which leads to the physiological hypertrophy of the heart. For example, let's take or imagine ourselves as a beginner swimmer. At the first, our heart are not stronger. So right now, our heart is normal heart, normal size. Then I started to training for almost 4 until 5 months consistently, more than an hours a day. So here my heart start to thickening due to the cardiac output, and it will be hypertrophy heart. Let's move to the next point. Incidence among athletes means which athletes always get more benefits or gain more of cardiac hypertrophy. There are 3 athletes I have choose: rowing athletes, swimming athletes, and biking athletes. Actually, there is more, but I specific to these 3 sports. These 3 sports are considered as aerobic exercise that they requires oxygen to be delivered to their muscle and placing high demand on left vertical. In adaptations, this part of the heart in athletes typically become larger and thickening, and also make it more stronger. So that's example of competitive rowers, sport that combines endurance and power. It had a greater muscle mass in their left vertical heart that making their heart strong. The athletes also had a relative large and efficient heart. Next slide is the example of sport that leads to the cardiac hypertrophy. It means the sport, then we get the cardiac hypertrophy. It seems like the incidence among athletes, but it's like we focus on which sport that can lead to cardiac hypertrophy, which is swimming, triathlon, distance running, or marathon, and also cycling. These all sport requires athlete to have stronger heart to perform their sport. So whenever they training, basically they also will make their heart more stronger. That is all from me. I pass to the next presenter.
So what are the benefits of cardiovascular adaptation? First of all, increase the capillarization of the heart muscle. So the number of capillary will increase. Why capillary is important? Because capillary is the part of gas exchange occur. When we have done training, capillary will be a lot. When that happens, oxygenated blood can supply more. So more blood will able to supply from the body system. So increase the capillary density and blood flow to heart muscle, so more oxygenated blood. Capillary important because capillary is the part of gas exchange occur. So if you have more capillary, exchange become more efficient. Next, increase stroke volume. Stroke volume will increase during training but until 40%. But when you adapt, when you become fitter, what happens is your stroke volume will not have limit and will continue increase because your heart become efficient. Your heart become bigger and there is no limit for your heart. So stroke volume is increased at rest, during submax and maximal. Other benefit is lower resting heart rate. That's why when you see fit people, they will have lower resting heart rate. Why their heart rate lower? Because their heart are efficient. No need to pump many times, enough with one pipe to supply to many areas. This will happen after you have training for 3 months that you have gained your adaptations. Lower the resting heart rate, the greater the aerobic fitness level. So the concept that we can relate it to is bradycardia. So bradycardia, which is a low resting heart rate, it can be in two conditions, that is fit or heart disease. So we will focus to fit. People with bradycardia, their heart become low because heart become more efficient. No need to pump many times. Bradycardia is one condition that we will get if we go under endurance training for a period of time. Especially this condition occur in endurance type of training like marathon. Thank you. Now I pass to the last presentation, which is I know my Sarah.
Next advantages that you will gain through this cardiac hypertrophy is you will get to reduce your blood pressure in your body. Well, basically this cardiac hypertrophy means the condition where your heart is strong or becomes stronger. So when your heart is strong, it will cost you much more less effort to pump a lot more blood to your body. So when a strong heart can pump more blood with less effort, this will cause your heart to work less than usual, and this will also cause the resistance to become decreased, and then it will also decreasing the force on your arteries. Therefore, it will help in reducing your blood pressure. Well, when your blood pressure is low, when your resistance is low, then you will be able to avoid from having diseases like hypertension disease and become much more healthy when you do it, even when you do just regular physical activities at home. So this is one of the advantages that cardiac hypertrophy will benefit you in one way. Okay, so next, what is the other advantages of having this cardiac hypertrophy? Well, this cardiac hypertrophy will help you also in decreasing your heart rate recovery time. First of all, what is the heart rate recovery time? Well, heart rate recovery time is the time where the decrease of your heartbeat a minute after you are done with your exercise. So when you, for example, when you are jogging or running, your heartbeat will beat fast since you need to do the respiratory and all. So when you running, your heart will beat fast, and then even after you had finished with your run, your heartbeat will still be fast. So this heart recovery time is to define whether your heart is strong and fit enough. So if your heart starting to slow down within a minute and come back to its normal heartbeat, then that means you have a good cardiac hypertrophy and you are fit enough. But if you took a few minutes or it took quite some time to recover for your heart to become normal again, that means you have low cardiac hypertrophy, and you need to improve it by doing by doing more exercise or physical activity. And last but not least, we have this increase in the blood volume. The blood volume, when it expands, the expansion of this blood volume can accompany physical activities, which will provide a very great advantages, especially for the body fluid, for heat dissipation or sweating. Well, if you ever heard, there's, I don't know if this is right, but there is a saying which is, the higher the blood volume, the higher the athletic performance. So when you do have this cardiac hypertrophy, you will in one way you will be able to expanding your blood volume, and will help you for feeling a greater cardiac and also the stroke volume, and cardiovascular stability also can be improved. So in conclusion, what we get from presenting from this slide, from this cardiac hypertrophy, is that we discover that this cardiac hypertrophy is very useful for your heart to stay healthy, and it also gives advantages to those athletes that use endurance skills, endurance sports exercise, because for endurance exercise you need to use your energy for a long time, so it will cause your body to become tired and all. But with this cardiac hypertrophy, I believe that when your heart becomes stronger, your performance, your achievement will also become much more better, and that will lead to a great success, especially for the athletes. So I guess if you have any question regarding to this cardiac hypertrophy topic, you can just ask us on the Google Meet column for the message column, or you can just text on WhatsApp, and then we will try to explain about the topic more. Thank you.
Hey, hey, yeah, I have a question. Can I ask you my question?
Any questions?
Yes.